Good morning, students. Welcome to the Value Education class. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is Commitment. Now, what do you mean by commitment? Commitment is a promise to do something. And students, whenever we do some promise, we always should keep our words. We have commitments towards our parents, teachers, elders, brothers and sisters, society and nation. We should always fulfill our commitments. It is our responsibility to keep our words. A person who understands his or her commitment and keeps his or her words is loved and trusted by all. If you don't keep your promise, you make someone suffer due to your negligence. If you are true to your words, everyone will like you. So always keep your promise and commitment, however difficult and demanding the sacrifice it may be. So students, whenever we make some promise, whenever we make some commitment, we always should keep our words. If we will keep our words, if we will keep our promise, then everyone, our parents, teachers, elders, everyone is going to trust and love us. But if we don't keep our promise, then nobody is going to trust us, isn't it? Now I will tell you a story about a famous king, Shivi Rana. Okay? Shivi Rana was a just and kind-hearted king. He was prepared to even sacrifice himself for those who were weak. Shivi Rana was a very kind-hearted man, okay? And he was always sacrifice himself for those who were weak, okay? He always kept his commitments. Shivi Rana was such a powerful king that people used to say the very gods are afraid of him. Shivi Rana was such a powerful king that people used to say that even the gods are afraid of him. One day, Indra, the king of gods, decided to test Shivi Rana. And so, it happened that as the king was seated in his hall of justice, there flew in a frightened dove, chased by a fierce-looking eagle. As the eagle was about to pounce on its prey, the king took the dove into his cloak to shelter it. So one day, the king of gods, Indra, decided to test Shivi Rana, okay? And he sent one dove and eagle to test the king. So when one day the king was sitting in his palace, there flew one frightened dove, means very scared dove, and it was chased by a fierce looking eagle, means a dangerous looking eagle. And when the eagle was supposed to attack on its prey means when one animal attack another animal for eating, for as a food, okay? When the eagle was attacking its prey, attacking the dove, the king took the dove into his shoulder, into his cloak to shelter it. Okay, he has given shelter to that dove. Cloak means it is a garment, okay, that is put on the shoulder. Okay, so the king, for saving the dove, he gave shelter to that dove. The eagle was wild with rage and turning to the king cried angrily, "How dare you deprive me of my prey?" So by seeing this, the eagle became very angry, and he said to the king, "How dare you? Why you are saving this? Why you are saving this dove? It is my prey. I want to eat it." "I dare because I am the king of this region, and my work is to protect the weak," said the king. "And the dove trusts me and has come to me for shelter. Shall I then betray that trust?" So the king said that I am the king of this region and this dove came to me for shelter. So I have to give him shelter and I have to save this dove. "You save the dove and starve me of my food? Is this your idea of justice?" asked the predator. Here, who is the predator? The eagle, isn't it? So the eagle is saying that, okay, you saved the dove, but I am hungry. What about my food? Is this your justice? Ah, my friend, if it is food you need, then I am ready to give you an equal quantity of any other food you name, said the king. So the king said that, oh my friend, okay, if you want to have food, then I am ready to give you any food you name. Any other food that I name? Repeated the wicked eagle. The king nodded his assent. So the wicked eagle said, that bad eagle said that, okay, any food I name. Then the king says, the king nodded. Nodded means the king said yes. Well then, I want an equal quantity of your own flesh. On hearing this, the courtiers stood up in alarm, for they knew that the good king would keep his word. So then the wicked eagle said that, okay, then I want equal quantity of your flesh. Okay, and by listening to this, all the men in the palace, they stood up because they knew that that king is so good that he is going to keep his words. My flesh you shall have, said the king in a calm voice. Then turning to his courtiers, he ordered, bring the scale. The dove shall be weighed against my own flesh, and that flesh shall be the eagle's food. The king agreed. King said, okay, you want to have my flesh? Then I will give you. Then he ordered to bring one scale so that the equal quantity of the dove can be given to eagle as food. The eagle then said, I have a further condition. The flesh shall be taken from only the left side of the body. So the eagle said, I have one more condition. I want your flesh should be taken out only from the left side of your body. I agree to the condition, was the king's firm reply. The excitement in the court increased as the horrible act of weighing the bird against the king's flesh was being carried out. So in the court, in the palace, everybody were very excited to see how this horrible act is going to happen. Strangely enough, the bird began to weigh more and more, and the two weights could not be made equal. So strangely, what was happening, the weight of the bird, the weight of the dove was increasing more and more, and the king's flesh and the dove could not be made equal. Then the eagle saw a tear roll down the left eye of the king. So suddenly the eagle noticed that the one teardrop was rolling down from the left eye of the king. Stop, stop, cried the eagle. You are weeping. Yours is not a willing sacrifice. So at that moment only eagle said, stop it. I don't want to eat any food because you are crying. And that means you are crying. That means you don't want to sacrifice your flesh. This is not a willing sacrifice. You don't want to do this. I don't weep for myself. The tear I shed is for the poor weak dove whom I cannot protect even with my flesh. It is a right of a king to share the suffering of the weak. So the king said, no dear, I am not crying for myself. I am crying for the poor weak dove, because with my flesh also I am unable to protect this bird. And this I am a king, so I should share his suffering. But with my flesh also I am unable to do this. Suddenly there was a blaze of light in the hall. The dove and the eagle changed into the forms of Indra, who represented Varun and Agni. When king said this thing, suddenly there was a blaze of light. Blaze of light means there was so much of bright light. There was lightning in the hall. And that dove and the eagle changed into other gods, Varun and Agni. As the two disappeared from the hall, Indra's voice was heard to say, "O king, you have proved your worth. You will always be more powerful and use your power for the good of the weak. If the strong doesn't protect the weak, then who will? Who will care for those who cannot protect themselves?" So, after that, suddenly that dove and eagle, Varun and Agni, disappeared. And Indra's voice was heard to everybody. And Indra said that, "O king, you proved your worth. You proved that you have kept your promise. Your worth means value. You proved your value. Okay? And now you will become more and more powerful because you are always ready to protect the weak. If the strong person will not protect the weak, then who will protect them? Who will protect the weaks who cannot protect themselves? So who are the strong person? They should protect the poor and weaks. Remember, to keep your promise means to keep your words. Shivi Rana was prepared to make the supreme sacrifice and give his life for the little dove just because he had given his words. Rarely are we called upon to make such a sacrifice in life. Yet even when we are asked to give up small things for someone else, we prefer to forget our promises. It is not good. We must learn to fulfill our commitments. See, students, what we have learned from this story. See, Shivi Rana was a king, but he was ready to sacrifice his life for just a little bird. That's why whenever we make some promise, we always should keep our words. It is not good if we are breaking our promises, isn't it? So we must learn to fulfill our commitments. If we are committing something, we should fulfill that. Okay, students, have you understood? Thank you.